finishing touches on my writing for the day. It was a opportune, auspicious. Here's here. Sir, Yogi waiting. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for being here. All right. Just give me a second. And then we're going to dive in. We're going to dive into verse 81 of the Tao Te Ching from Wayne Dyer's book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Again, I'm going to come back to the word auspicious. I bought this book when it first came out. Sorry, that was my live stream coming up. Mir says, hello, sir. Hello, my friend. I appreciate you being here. So, yeah, probably I bought this in hardcover, and then I probably bought it again in softback when it first came out. I believe it came out paperback version 2007, maybe 2008. The original came out, I think, in 2005, and I never read it. However, I've read the Tao several more times. I even wrote my own book on the Tao Te Ching as it pertained for me through distance running, this long distance walking. It's available on Amazon, by the way. I first became acquainted with the Tao Te Ching in, I think, 1981, probably before, but it never hit me. I was young. 1981, I was 16 years old. I was dating someone, briefly so. I didn't realize it was going to be briefly. I thought I might be in love, as we do when we're young, and we get the girl of our dreams, and she was certainly the girl of my dreams at the time. And her mother gave me a copy of Alan Watts's The Watercourse Way, the Tao, as well as his book on Zen, several books on Zen. Jace is here. Good morning, Jace, my friend. Been on my mind this morning, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the reason why. The specific reason why. You're always on my mind, my friend. Soon after, though, not relatively soon after, my girlfriend broke up with me. Heartbroken. Not just for losing my girlfriend, but because it ended my relationship with her mother, and I had to return the books that were lent to me, which were the books in the Tao. However, what a great favor she did, as it encouraged a lifetime of exploration of the Tao Te Ching and Eastern philosophy in general, leading me to a life and practice of yoga. So, I never read a whole lot of books about the Tao. I much rather would have read the Tao Te Ching itself. So I kept putting this book off for well over 10 years, 15 years. For whatever reason, 81 days ago, something urged me and said, now's the time to read it. So we've done a verse a day for 81 days. And I'm glad. I'm glad that I listened to that inner urge, as we all should. You're going to get an inner urge today. I don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what it's going to be. Not yet. But you'll get one. Everyone does. The urge is going to be something along the lines of forgive, let go of grievances, extend love, be kind, act compassionately. It's going to be something like that. I don't often give advice. Who am I to give advice? I don't know things. I don't know anything more than you know. But here's a little bit of advice. When you get that urge, act upon it. When you get the urge from spirit to be kind, to love, to extend love, act upon it. That's it. So, verse 81, we made it through all the way. Jay says, my urge happened, howdy poop. You see, that's amazing. You know why? Because that Jace saying that when he first said it and when he says it now, lights up my heart. It gave me a genuine laugh, my first genuine laugh of the morning. And that's going to carry me through the entirety of the day. Um, it was a gift. Jace just gave me a gift. Man, we all have a gift to give someone. We all have a gift to give ourselves. My laughter and my smile and the love that I feel right now for Jace is my return gift. And I hope it's enough, my friend. Um, Thank you for that. It literally made me laugh. It's also bringing tears to my eyes. That's how touched I am by that gesture. You know, mudras in yoga, Vishnu mudra, um, little gestures that link us to the divine. Everything's a mudra. Everything's a gesture. What Jace just did was a gesture of true love, humor, compassion, kindness. Give someone a mudra today. Be a mudra for someone today. Guys, let's dive into the last verse and then we'll talk for a few minutes. I know Jason's going to go live. He's got a workout to do. Verse 81. True words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not true. Good men do not argue. Those who argue are not good. Those who have virtue do not look for faults. Those who look for faults have no virtue. Sages do not accumulate anything, but give everything to others. Having more, they give more. Heaven does good to all, doing no evil to anyone. The sage imitates it, acting for the good of all, and opposing himself to no one. I'm going to read another brief little translation of that, the ending of it, that I absolutely love. The sage does not hoard, and thereby bestows. The more he gives to others, the greater his life. The more he gives to others, the greater his abundance. Here's the important thing. Yesterday, I was, Jay says, I also have that moment. Thank you. Yesterday, I was in a position, not put in a position, no one can put you anywhere, but I found myself in a position where I had to choose sides. And my urge was not to choose sides. I tried to live through that tenet, not to have sides, because then there's no reconciliation. It's us against them, it's me against others. I was asked to, again, not by anyone else, but in that position, to see others as an enemy, which I refuse to do. Because if you live in a world that has enemies, you're living in a world of separation, which means you're living in a world of illusions, which we already do. I've spent 59 years living in illusions. Let's say 58. When I was 1, I was pretty wise. The wisest time of my entire life was when I was 1 year old, because I saw no separation. The world was there for me. It opened up for me. And there was no internal dialogue saying, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, because everything just was. And everyone was here purely out of love. I had no fear. 1 year old, I was fearless. And then with each preceding year, I became more fearful. I began to separate things. This is mine, that's yours, don't touch that. I had people in my family, older siblings, who reminded me, that's mine, not yours, don't touch unless you ask, and I'll probably say no. Which they did, and they still do. However, at 59, I am returning. I've spent a lifetime trying to return, but now I'm committed. I've devoted my life since the passing of my father, when I had the great opportunity to be at his side, to hold his hand as he passed away, took his very last breath, and then I sat through the night, continuing to hold his hand, sending him to the light of whatever it was he was now becoming again, meditating with him, loving him. Not the memory of him because he passed, loving him, the presence that he was now. The fact that as a caregiver, both for my mom with Alzheimer's and then for my dad, meant I could give and I could give and I could give. And I realized how much I have to give. And I didn't have to take sides. It wasn't me taking my father's side over my own. My father realized as his caregiver, I needed time to meditate. I needed time to be in silence. And he encouraged me, take that time. I'll be okay. My always great relationship with my father just deepened. And after he passed away, I had the great opportunity. My brother and I inherited the house. I have no bills other than taxes and, utilities, food, stuff like that. And I thought, this is my time. I'm going to live that life of the Tao. I'm going to live a yogic life. I'm going to surrender. If I don't make it, I don't make it. I don't know what's going to happen. So yesterday, I find myself in that position where I'm asked to pick enemies, to choose a side. And again, no one asked me that. It was me saying, what do I do? Do I go in this direction? Do I go in that direction? The Bhagavad Gita says, surrender your actions and just do. The Tao Te Ching, which we've studied for 81 days, says there is no doing. You pick a side, and you create opposition. Trust in mind, a wonderful poem from the early age of Chinese Buddhism, Chinese Zen, Chan, C-H-A-N. Let's see if I can find it, guys. I'm just going to read the very beginning. This is the dream of the mind. It's the Great Way. The name of the poem is The Great Way. The Great Way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. When love and hate are both absent, everything becomes clear and undisguised. Make the smallest distinction, however, and heaven and earth are set infinitely apart. If you wish to see the truth, then hold no opinion for or against anything. That's a tall order, and someone's going to say, but you got to hold an opinion. You got to hold an opinion. Do you? Or is that what we've been conditioned to believe? When you know innately in your heart, here he talks about love and hate are both absent. How can you have the absence of love? What's being talked about is, oh, Ash, I didn't see you. Ash, my friend. I won't be here, just came to say hi. Also, I won't be here for the night live. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, is school starting for you? If so, have a good first day. Jesse Pinkman gives a thumbs up. Thank you. What he's saying here, what the Chan master, the Zen master is saying, in the absence of hate and love, is the absence of the concept of hate and love. They're both concepts. True love doesn't have a name. It's not called love. It's right here in our heart. And it is always accepting, accepting, accepting. It does not oppose. It's unconditional. So in the absence of the concept of love, which says, I love you because you are good to me. I love you because you're my friend. I love you because you're the same religion. I love you because you're the same political party. I love you because you think like me. That's not love. Not love at all. It's a concept. It's an affection for concepts. So when we oppose something, infinity is split. Man, I don't want to cause infinity to split. That would absolutely suck. I love infinity. At age 59, I want to return to the infinite of which we all come from. You know what? I want you guys to come with me. How do I do that? Here's what I realized yesterday. We cannot block our way, meaning I can't block other people, into a solution because people keep popping up. Do I keep blocking and blocking and blocking? I can't block my way through a better channel. I can't block my other people towards love. I can't do it. I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. That doesn't mean that someone might not have an occasional timeout, but it means that I refuse to pick a side. I refuse to have enemies. Not here, and not in my life. So if I have the opportunity to open myself, and in doing so, maybe creating a bridge between other people, maybe not. I'm not a miracle worker, except we're all miracle workers. And here's what we ask for when we ask for a miracle. Please, God, the Tao, Krishna, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the universe, love. There's another way of thinking. There's a way of loving. My mind is preventing me from seeing that. My mind is preventing me from acting upon that. Please show me another way to think. That's it. That's a miracle. A shift in my perception. And it happens through forgiveness. And forgiveness is instantaneous. It's moment by moment by moment. And we already do it. Everything. Because forgiveness means we reside in the present moment. And guess what? There is no place other than the present moment, although we delude ourselves with thoughts of the past. We delude ourselves with hope and wishes and dreams for the future. It's okay to hope. It's okay to dream. But it all takes place here, now. That's where our power lies. This moment, the present moment, because it's all we have. It's all we have. A dream is never a reality until it takes place within the present moment. This is why Emerson said, or was it Thoreau? It's okay to build castles made of sand. That's where we start. That's what Buckminster Fuller said, dare to be naive. So hey, if I'm being naive by saying I have no enemies on social media, I have no enemies on my channel here, but then I'm naive. I'm okay with that. And maybe I can create a slice of wholeness, a slice of infinity. I don't know. We'll find out. So, that's it, guys. We made it. 81 days. What's going to happen tomorrow? What do you guys want to happen tomorrow? Do we keep reading something else? I have two options. I thought about 7 days of Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, because it's a handbook. The success he's talking about is a success of spirit. It's a handbook, how to live a Vedic yogic lifestyle, how to manifest. How to manifest. So maybe we'll do that as well. I'm thinking the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the handbook of yoga. So maybe we'll do, it's a week. Maybe we'll do the 7 days. And then we'll go into the Yoga Sutras. I don't know. It's going to be a mystery. We live in a mystery. Here's what I know. I'm feeling pretty good. And Jesse, I'm sorry. I missed you. Thank you for being here. Jesse says, have a great day, people. Just checking in while listening to music. I hope you're listening to something beautiful, my friend. I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, Jay says, Eric, you have a question? Oh, no, I was going to say, yesterday, the whole thing in the afternoon live stream where you were such a big presence. You were a large presence, meaning you did exactly what I just said. You refused to pick a side. You refused to have enemies. What a beautiful example. Thank you, my friend. Thinking about that, and then reading these words from the Tao Te Ching and some other auspicious occasions, reconfirmed, reaffirmed everything that I just talked about. You were the spark in that very moment when all of that was going down, when I felt like I was in a position I had to take a side. What do? there was a light presented by Jace. And I was able to latch onto that light and say to myself, and again, it was reaffirmed all through this morning, I have no enemies. None. And if I do, if someone comes in and says, well, I'm your enemy, you're not. I might be yours. I have no enemies. I am forgiving and forgiving and forgiving my way. I no longer want to split the world into infinity. Jay says, I'm still learning, brother. We only reach the point of love by having that clarity in our heart. Absolutely. And you know what? We only reach that point when we are presented with something otherwise. What a wonderful opportunity yesterday was. Because, hey, it could have went in any direction. I could have blocked people, creating resentment. Or I could have picked a side. I could have said, you two are, right. I could have done all kinds of stuff. And maybe, in the end, who's to know how it's going to happen. But it presented the opportunity to reaffirm why I have a channel to begin with. So, hey, I appreciate the clarity you had in your heart. With that, guys, I got to get out and take a walk. Before I do, I hope to catch Jace. Hope I catch him for a few minutes. If not, I will catch him right when I get back. It's about a half-hour walk that I have. And I'm going to head out in just a few minutes. Appreciate you guys being here and listening to me as I rambled on. I appreciate everyone for the 81 days of the Tao Te Ching. Oh man, I missed you, Jace. I apologize, my friend. Early start. Jace says, have a great morning. I've already streamed. Jace is one step ahead of me this morning, as most people are. I'm feeling really good. I always feel really good, but I'm feeling especially good. It's a gift from my friend, Jay. Jace, I'm sorry. Let's just end the conversation today with with two things. We're going to end it with a ring of the bell. This is a Tibetan meditation bell, and we're going to end it with a poop howdy, my friends. Poop howdy, my friends. Poop howdy, my friends. Take care. Love to you all. Love to you, my brother Jace. Johnny Depp says, yo, just subbed. Johnny Depp, my friend. I appreciate that. I just brought you up in my channel. So, I'll return the favor. Hey, make sure you subscribe to my friend Jace. Very important channel. Very important light in the world. You guys won't regret it. We're on a mission. 1K. 1K for Jace. Johnny Howdy Poop. That, by the way, the Howdy Poop is the most loving of all greetings that we can now give in this little community. So, if you receive it, it means that you are loved, my friend. And everyone's loved because everyone is loved. With that, I gotta go. Thank you guys. Take care.